we are going to make a Cartier bracelet. First, open the software. Then create a new file. Go to the 3D modeling section. Next, we need to draw the inner diameter and outer diameter of the bracelet. Then go to Curve Circle. First, draw the inner diameter. Our bracelet's inner diameter is 58. Draw a circle with a diameter of 58. First, snap to the center point of the circle. Then enter half of the bracelet's inner diameter. That means input half of 58 for the bracelet. Then we also need to make an outer diameter of 64. Now the bracelet's inner diameter and outer diameter are completed. Next, we will make the bracelet width. Our bracelet width is 7. Now go to Surface Extrude. Go into the Extrude function. This is the direction. This is the dimension. Set this to 3.5. That means 3.5 on one side. And this is one way. We will use two-way. Make sure to tick the checkbox. Now the Cartier bracelet blank model has been created. After the bracelet blank is completed, we create a few more layers here. Then place this blank into layer 1. Next, we need to use this surface to arrange the Cartier screw positions. First, copy one surface to layer 2. Copy it. Hide the bracelet blank. Then we will unroll this drawing. Click on the top view. Check whether the direction is correct. If the drawing is in the V direction, meaning vertical, then switch it to the U direction. This is the direction we want. Then tick the checkbox. Hide this circular surface. Go to the front view. Move this position a little. Go to Transform. Move it slightly. Place it at a higher position. This way, when we display this surface, it will not block the view. Next, we copy out this rectangular border. Tick the checkbox. Then copy out this border. Then hide the surface, so it is easier for us to view and draw. Now we draw the center line. Why do we need to draw the center line? Because later, when we create the holes along the curve, we will use this center line. So we need to draw this center line first. After the center line is completed, we start making the Cartier screw positions. Our width is 7, but the circle for the screw position cannot exceed 7. So we make it a little smaller. We will make it 5. Then create the horizontal line in the middle. After drawing it, we generate it as a single group. Now we need to make multiple screw positions. Check whether we need 6 or 8 pieces. If it is 6, then copy 6 pieces. Then box select them. Go to Translate. Choose Copy. Click here once. Hold the Shift key, then create 6 pieces. Box select the screw positions, then use Translate. The 2 points must align together. Then we need to draw a boundary line. Now we perform equal spacing distribution. Click this spacing option when box selecting. Make sure to include this boundary line as well. If you do not include the line, the equal distribution cannot be completed. You must include this line. Then confirm. Now the equal distribution is completed. After the equal distribution is completed, we proceed to curve. Choose Flow Along Curve. Turn the surface back on. Go to Transform. Then select the graphic, which is the screw position graphic that we want to wrap onto the surface. The center line is where this center line will be used. Then select the target surface and target curve. Now our screw positions are already on the surface. Then tick the checkbox. Now our Cartier pattern is completed. The design is now finished. Next, we begin preparing for processing. There is also this drawing. We place it into another layer, so it can be used for later modifications. Then hide it. Now we proceed to machining. Go to the machining module. Double-click this machine tool. First, select the machine tool. Choose the 510 post processor with RTCP. Open it and click OK. Then click OK again. Now we create the geometry. Choose Rotary Stock. Turn on the stock. Click once and box select it. Now the stock is completed. Next, we create the tools. We first evaluate what tools are needed for making Cartier. Then create several tools. We only need 2 tools. We will use a 6.0 flat end mill. Select the tool holder. Confirm it. Then create another 0.5 flat end mill. Our groove depth will be 0.5. The width is also 0.5. Click here and select the end mill. Choose 0.5 flat end mill. Select the tool holder. As you can see, this one is a tapered flat end mill, which is wrong. Delete it and create a new one. After setting the 0.5 tool, click Confirm. Now we start making the tool path. We need 3-axis machining, contour lead in, contour clearing. First, save one toolpath. For the second toolpath, we use 5-axis multi-axis curve. Choose multi-axis machining, then save another one. Now we are doing rough machining. Double-click it. The first section does not need to be changed. We keep it as default. Go to Geometry. Select the geometry. Select this curve. Then tick the checkbox. The bottom depth is 3.8. The top height is 3.5. This means our coordinate origin is at the bracelet center. We need to cut slightly deeper so it cuts through completely. Our current face width is 7, so the top is 3.5, and the bottom is 3.8. Go to the Tool section. Choose the 6.0 flat and mill. The diameter is 6. Then set the spindle speed to 30,000 revolutions per minute. Set all the upper values to 3,000. After setting this, go to the next step. The vertical direction is outward. We need to clear away the excess material outside, so set it outward. The cut depth per pass is 0.3. For the contour lead in, set it to 3. Now the cutout toolpath is completed. Next, we make the Cartier screw positions. This will use the 5-axis curve. Then double-click it. Select Geometry. Click this curve. Box select these graphics. Check whether it is correct. If it is correct, tick the checkbox. Then set the depth to 0.4 to 0.5, depending on the customer's requirements. For the tool, select the 0.5 tool. The groove width is 0.5. The spindle speed is 32,000 revolutions per minute. Set all the others to 500. Then check here. For the toolpath direction, choose the middle line. Use the surface normal direction. Then select the drive surface. Click this drive surface. Then check whether the direction of this drive surface is correct. If the drive surface normal points inward, that is wrong. If it points outward, then it is correct. Then tick the checkbox. Next is setting the step over. The step over and depth. Our cut depth per pass is 0.05. Then we use contour cutting. Turn off the lead-in method, because we are cutting only one groove. If you enable the lead-in method, an extra overcut groove will appear outside. So we set it to 0.5. Now we need to calculate. Calculate it, and check whether the tool path is correct. The tool path we generated has a problem. There will be tool dragging here. Why is there tool dragging? Because when the tool retracts and moves across, the retract height is not high enough. Then double-click here again. Go to the safety strategy. It automatically changed to a cylinder. For the cylinder, We need to set this value slightly larger than the face width. Our face width is 7, so we set it to 8. If it is 10, then set it to 11. And this value is half of the bracelet diameter. Our current diameter is 64. For 64, we set it to 32. At 32, it is just exactly at the surface. So we add another 0.05 millimeters, making it 32.5. And this is the safe height. The retract safe height is 5 millimeters above the surface. That feels a bit too high, so we can set it to 2. Then calculate it again. Now you can see the generated toolpath is very smooth and very clear. After finishing it, we perform a simulation. Run the simulation once more. Do a solid simulation. And here is the simulation accuracy. We need to set it to 0. Then continue the simulation. After the simulation is completed, we check it. There is no problem. Now our Cartier bracelet is fully completed.